Hi friends, this is Ganesh. So in the last classes we have seen how to find the unit digit and we have done some previous questions. Now let us discuss a new topic in the unit digits, that is reminders. That is reminders. That is reminders. So what are reminders? So what comes under reminders? So initially, at starting of my number system classes, I told you that if the examiner wants to make the question paper tough, then there is a more chance of asking question from reminders, right? So there is more chance of asking. There is chance of asking questions from reminders. So initially, you just be concentrative and listen the topic. I'll be telling the reminders in easy case. I'll be telling the reminders in easy case. Now you just so what are the questions you can able to see in the reminders? For example, see 16 into 40 into 13 divided by 7. So what is the remainder in this case? They will be asking. What is the remainder in this case? They will be asking. What you will do? What you will do? So you will be is this will it become complicated if you multiply 16 into 40 and the result with 13 and it is divisible 7? It becomes complemented process, right? It becomes complicated. Now what I'll do now, I just divide each individual term by 7. So what is 16 by 7? 7 2 is a 14. What is the remainder? 2 is the remainder. Now coming to 40. What is 40 by 7? What is 40 by 7? So 7 6 is 42. 6 7 5 is 35. Right? 7 5 is 35. What is the remainder? 5 is the remainder. Now coming to 13 by 7. 7 2 is 14. It becomes a yes. So 7 1 is 7. Right? 13 minus 7 is 13 minus 7 is 6. Right? 13 minus 7 is 6. You just divide it by 7. What is 2 into 5? 10. 10 into 6? 60. 60 by 7. Now you see whether it is divisible by 60 by 7. So what is 60 by 7? 60 by 7 is, so 7 8 is 56. 7 8 is 56. So what is the remainder? 2. So the remainder of this is 2. Right? Understood? 2 by 1. So the remainder of this is 2. So if the same question, if they ask you like 16 into 14 into 18 by 7. So 7 2 is a 14, remainder is 2. So 7 2 is a 14, remainder is, for example, 7 2 is a 14, the remainder is 0. So you just neglect this, you will be getting 0 now. You should not get 0. Now, right, 7 2 is a 14. What is the answer? 4 is the remainder by 7. 2 4s are 8, 8 by 7. So 8 is the remainder. Always the numerator, whatever the answer you got in numerator is the answer, is the remainder. See here 60 by 7, you cannot tell the 60 as the remainder because we can divide 60 by 7. Now here we cannot divide 8 by 7, right? So this is the case where the remainders will put us in a confusing state, right? So what I told, initially you divide each individual by the given term. You just put the remainders and you just multiply that, and now check whether the given number is divisible by 7 or not, right? If it is divisible, then you go on. If it is not divisible, then you just put it 7 1 is 7. You just don't like this. You just don't do like this. You just put 8 by 7, right? So here see 8 by 7. So 7 1 is 7. So what is the 1? So remainder 1. So the answer for this is 1, not 8, right? If you get 13 by 26 now, in this case 13 is the remainder. So always numerator should be less than denominator. If always numerator should be less than denominator. So this is the case, these remainders comes under. So you just follow this. If having any doubts, you just put it in the comment box. Definitely I'll look at this, right? Now see, so these are some of the previous questions which were asked. Now see, they are asking me what is the remainder when 8 power 99 when 8 power 99 is divisible by 7. So 8 power 99 is divisible by 7. So what is the remainder when 8 power 99 is divided by 7? So how we should do these type of problems now? See, initially you convert 8 to 7. How you can convert 8 to 7? You can write 8 as 7 plus 1. So 7 plus 1 whole to the power of 99 by 7. Now see, here you are having 7, here you having 7. So you just cancel 7 power 99. You just remove from this. Now what will be having? 1 power 99 by 7. What is 1 power 99? 1 by 7. So 1 is the remainder of 8 power 99 divided by 7. So when 8 power 99 is divided by 7, the remainder is 1. What is the logic here? See friends, we'll be having a theorem which is called polynomial theorem. No need of discussing about this theorem, because we are dealing with problematic, right? So no need to go for the theory part, right? So what is this? So this comes under polynomial theorem. What polynomial theorem? Initially you should convert the numerator for the denominator, right? I can write 8 as 7 plus 1. So I'll be here, I am having 7 as common now. So which term is having common, I should take that term in the numerator. So 7 power 19 I will take. So 1 power 19 into 7, which is equal to 1 by 7. Right? Now coming to this. How can I write 9 as 7? I can write 7 plus 2 whole to the power of 900 by 7. So here 7 is there, here 7 is there. So 7 per 100 will got cancelled. So 2 power 100 by 7. How can I convert my 2 to 7? How can I convert my 2 to 7? Is there any chance that to convert 2 to 7? How can I convert my 2 to 7? Let's see. Initially, I will be writing 2 power 99 into 2 by 7. Is this right? Is this correct? Can I write 2 power 100 as 2 power 99 into 2? Right? So, we can write. Right? We can write. Now see. Can I write 2 cube whole to the power of 33 into 2 by 7? So 2 cube whole to the power of 33 into 2. What is 2 cube? 8 means 8 power 33 into 2 by 7. Can I convert 8 to 7? How can I convert? 7 plus 1 whole to the power of 33 into 2 by 7. So here 7 is there, here 7 is there. So 7 power 33 will get cancelled. So what is remaining? 1 power 33 into 2 by 7. So what is 1 power 33? 1. So 1 into 2 by 7, which is equal to 2 by 7. So 2 is the remainder of 9 power 100 by 7. Right? So you will be facing problem here. So up to here you will be able to solve. But here how can you convert 7 to 2? You will be, you know that how to do that. But at that time you cannot strike this, right? You get now, you more probability of not striking the concept. So initially we don't know how to convert this 7 to 2. So initially I should, how I converted, I took 2 power 19 into 2. So that 2 power 19 I written as 2 cube whole to the power of 33. So that I made this as 8. So I written 8 as 7 plus 1. So 7 power 33 will be gone, because I am having denominator 7. So 1 power 33 into 2 by 7. 1 power 33 is 1. 1 into 2 by 7. So 2 by 7. So 2 is the remainder of 9 power 100 by 7. Right? Okay now. So this is the way to convert. So this is the way how to solve this and all. So if this type of questions will come, means if you are able to see this type of questions in examination, then you will be facing more problem, right? You will be facing more problem. That so conversion is very important here, right? How to convert is the most important topic here. So initially you should be more attentive. You should be more attentive and you should focus on the sum. So what is the denominator? I should convert the given term into denominator. So you just get a strike how to convert my numerator to denominator. That is the only logic behind here. You just do this for your homework. 9 per 50, you just do this as your work. 9 per 50 by 7. So what is the remainder? If you haven't got this, you just comment me. Definitely I will solve it. So this is the remainders. So this and all comes under remainders, and we'll be having 3 special cases in remainders. We'll be discussing that also, and with this we'll be after finishing those 3 cases, we'll be ending up the unit digit. So you will be ending up the number system. Okay na? So thank you friends. Friends, so initially I told that we'll be having 3 cases and remainders. So this is the case 1. How to solve the problems on case 1. So what are the problems will comes under case 1, we'll be discussing here. See, what is the question? On dividing a number by 4, 5, 6, we get 3, 4, 5 as remainder. Then find the number. Means what? Let me assume that the number be x. So when I divide the number x by 4, I am getting 3 as the remainder. When I am dividing the number x by 5, I will be getting 4 as the remainder. When I am dividing x by 6, I will be getting 5 as the remainder. So if it happens, what is the number x? Right? think you got the question, right? So what is the number x? So initially how to do this? Now see how to get the solution for this. Now see what is the what they ask, 4 5 6. So let me assume this as a b c. Let me assume this as a b c. So what are the remainders they given? 3 4 5. So they given us 3 4 5 as remainders. So what should I do to 4 so that I can get my 3? So 4 minus 1 is 3. What should I do to 5 so that I can get 4? 5 minus 1 is 4. What should I do to 6 so that I can get 5? 6 minus 1 is 5. You assume this common subtractor as k. So here k is equal to 1. Here k is equal to 1. Right? Did you get this? Right? So let me assume this 4, 5, 6 as ABC. What should I do to 4 so that I can get 3? I should subtract 1 from 4 so that I can get 3. Subtract 1 from 5 so that I can get 4. Subtract 1 from 6 so that I can get 5. So you take the common subtractor as k. Now the answer for this is n into LCM of ABC, LCM of ABC minus k. What is n? You can take n as 1, 2, 3, whatever the value you want, you can take it as n. Let me assume that I have taken 1. I have taken 1. So what is the LCM of 4, 5, 6? What is k? 1. So 1 into what is the LCM of 4, 5, 6? 60. 60 minus 1, 59. So the number x is 59. If you take n as 2, 2 into 60 is 120. 120 minus 1, 119. If you take n is 3, 3 into 60, 180. 180 minus 1, 179. So whatever option you will be able to see in the options, you just put the tick. If you, for example, A as 179, B as, for example, 116 or something else, you just put 179. So that when you will get 179, when you take n as 3, you will be getting 179. So this and all comes under case 1. So what is case 1? If they given A, B, C some numbers, if they have given the remainders and the common subtracted you should take as k. So the answer for this is n into LCM of A, B, C minus k. Right? So this is the case 1. You just pause the video and write this. So this is case 2, friends. So what is case 2? On dividing a number by 5, 6, 7, if you get 2 as remainder, always find that number. So what is the difference between case 1 and case 2? So in the case 1, for every digit you will be having different remainder. Like if you look at the last case 1, 4, 5, 6, you will be having 3, 4, 5 as the remainders. But here in this case, for 5, 6, 7, you will be having 2 as the remainder all the time. You will be having 2 as the remainder all the time. Means what? You just take k as 2 here. You just take k as 2 here. ABC as ABC equal to 5, 6, 7. The answer for this is n into LCM of ABC. LCM of ABC plus k. Initially there minus k, here plus k. N you can take 1, 2. So you can take 1. LCM of, what is LCM of 5, 6, 7? LCM of 5, 6, 7. LCM of 5, 6, 7 plus what is k? 2. What is the LCM of 5, 6, 7? So 5, 6 is 30, 37 is 210. So 210 plus 2. So 212 is the number. Right? So initially for every digit you will be having 1 remainder. But here for every digit you will be having only constant remainder. So at that case the answer will be n into LCM of ABC plus k. Right? The k is given here. You know that ABC is 5, 6, 7. You will be taking LCM. So if you take 2, the answer will change. If you take 3, the answer will change. So you just check in the option. They can give answer for n equal to 2. They can give option for n equal to 3. So this is case 2. And we'll be having case 3. And case 3 is not much more important because case 3 is it doesn't exist. Basically it doesn't exist. So we will be not discussing the case 3 because I looked up the case 3. It was not much more important and it basically does not exist. Right? So with this I'm concluding the number system. If you are having any doubts, you can put it in the comment box. So you just be concentrative on this number system. This is very important. And in number system you just put more concentration on finding number of 2's, 3's in a given factorial, and unit digit is much more important, and this remainder is also important. So these two cases are very important. there is more probability of there is more chance of asking questions from these two cases, right? If you are having any doubt, you just put it in the comment box. Thank you. If you like the video, you just like the video, and just please don't forget to subscribe the channel, because I'm putting more effort to get this to you, because my motive is that no student should be afraid to the aptitude and reasoning, right? So one should qualify for the aptitude and reasoning round, then you can, it's up to your matter. Building up your future is up to your matter, but my intense motive is that one can believe that aptitude and reasoning is not tough, right? Thank you friends, please subscribe the channel.